Hey everybody, Travis from Tricks of the Trade. Today we're going to be working on some licks with the right hand using some simple chords in the left hand to kind of augment these licks up here, make them sound bigger. It's a pretty standard tool that's used in blues and jazz. Before we go any further, I just want to make sure that you have watched or are familiar with the pentatonic scale and some basic theory as far as numbers. So if I say 3 or flat 7 or 5, and I have put both of those videos up on my page previously, so you can check them out. All that being said, if we're in the key of C, to just play a left hand chord for C, with 2 notes, all you have to really do, for simplicity's sake, is just play the major third, E, and then the flat 7, B flat. And to make the change to the 4, to the F, you just go down a half step with both of those notes. So now you have the flat 7 of the 4 chord, which is E flat, and then the major third of the 4 chord, which is A. So just 1 to the 4, 1 to the 4. To hit the 5, all you're doing is the major third of G, which is B, and then the flat 7 of G, which is F. And that's just a whole step up from the 4 chord. So you get your 1, you get your 4, and you get your 5. And in the right hand, just to start off simply, while you're hitting this at the same time, you can just go up and down the pentatonic scale. Once again, very simple and kind of remedial, but it's a good way to start. And you can add that flat 5 in there too if you want. So every time you hit the chord, you just hit the note. If you hit it longer, you hit this one longer. If you hit it short, staccato. So just practice even before you worry about doing anything up here. Just practice just going, hit those at the same time. And then if you go to the 4 chord here in the left hand and keep this note, it changes the tonality of the chord. So you're going to a 4 without having to change this at all. Same thing with the 5. To beef it up a little bit more, instead of just playing a single note, play an octave. Try that. And once again, I'm just kind of hitting it like that, but you can try, doing it, or just shorter, different phrasing. The most important thing is that you're matching the phrasing of the left hand up with the right hand. Try changing the chord in the left hand. As you get more comfortable with that, then you can try going up and down the pentatonic scale, at first either just with single notes, once again I am adding that flat 5 in there, and as you get more comfortable with that, you can try doing it with the octaves. As you get more comfortable with that, then try it with the change. If you want, you can do a little slide. As you know, piano players can't bend notes in the same way that a guitar player can, or even like a sax player, a horn player, but you can do slide from one note into another note and kind of hit them both at the same time. Kind of a popular one is going from the flat 5 to the 5. Another popular one is going from the flat third to the third, the flat third to the major third. But in this case, we're kind of just sticking with the pentatonic scale. So instead of just going, gives it a bluesier sound. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want to try to find like a backing track on YouTube for like a blues in C, then you can just kind of just hit those chords over the changes, and you'll see how they sound, and you can experiment different ways. You don't have to do them like that. You can just hold them down. And it really works. It doesn't just have to be a swing or shuffle. It could be a slow blues or whatever. And lastly, as you get more comfortable with all this, because we're just keeping it simple with the pentatonic scale, you can pretty much do it in any key. You just have to remember that you want to hit, in your left hand, you want to hit your major third and your flat 7. And you just want to hit the pentatonic scale up here, just to keep things simple at first. So if you wanted to do it in A, your major third would be the D flat, and your flat 7 would be the G, and you just hit an A here. To go to the 4, you just go down a half step. So you can just go from there. Anyway, I hope this was instructive and helpful, and you can have fun with it. And please give the video a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment below with any questions, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much.